Hey, it's time to dream on it. Come on, let's dream on it. We all gotta start somewhere. So why don't you just dream on it? Do your thing, let's dream on it. It ain't no shame, you can dream on it. Cause we all gotta start somewhere.
What they say, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
It's junior year, spring 24 semester, season 3, Dream on Air with DeAndrea feature. Ring on my special guest, thank you for stopping by the show, I really appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel at Content by DeAndrea for all the newest episodes. Make sure you check out all my music too, it's Dream on Air with DeAndrea, thanks for staying tuned. Woo! Hey, I got a new episode just for you. Subscribe to my channel. And this all started as a dream on air, yeah, and now we here. Hey, thank y'all, God bless y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Dream on Air with DeAndrea. Y'all, today I have some very special guests joining me on the show. I just want to appreciate them for taking the time out to interview with me, y'all. This is our third time rolling, but third time is the charm. So without further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Devaughn Pryor and Mr. Terron right to the show. Give it up for them, y'all. Oh, dang, y'all got to cheer for yourselves. Hold on. Woo, yeah. There we go. How y'all doing today?
Doing good. Tired.
Me too.
It's been a long day.
It has, but yeah, for sure. Y'all, we nearing finals week. We wrapping up school year, y'all. Devaughn finna graduate. Let's give a whoop whoop for that, you know. Come on, perseverance, you know what I'm saying? So Devaughn, how you feel approaching senior year? You almost done, you almost out of here. What does it feel like?
I don't know, mixed emotions. Really.
Yeah, how so?
Yeah, it's a little different because I moved to California, so.
Okay, come on, Cali. So, what's out in Cali? Like, what's going on out there in Cali?
A lot of different things. Possibly trying to work for like the district attorney office. We're trying to do an apprenticeship or possibly go to LA film school, depending on what they say to me in the next couple of days. So.
That's what's up. I heard versatility up in there. Okay, cool. You got a few options. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. God opened up the one for him. Place him where he needs to be. Amen.
Amen. Will do it?
Yes, he will. And what about you, Terron? What's going on?
I'm currently on track to graduate in December.
Period.
Like Devaughn, I'm trying to get in some production jobs too, but I'm also looking into other things like real estate, insurance, finance, and federal agency and stuff like that, working for the government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. It's like having a plan B while you still doing what you love. So ain't nothing wrong.
I tell you, I have like 5 different plans.
Yeah, for sure.
I got like 10.
We need them though.
Whenever that bridge comes and I'm gonna see which is the best option, I'll just come to that decision. But for the time being, I like to live in the moment.
Yeah, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. So I heard versatility on both ends. I want to say that I'm proud of y'all too, y'all. The two that's sitting at the table with me, they own their own film company. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm. Film / production, yeah.
Film production. We're trying to bring. I was talking to them recently about bringing like production. Which we call it 360 production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and bring that for music under the studio.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what's 360 production? That's gonna be.
So Dayright, get your Dayright, start with Dayright.
Mm-hmm. Period.
360 production. You know, get a full round 360 experience.
So that's recording, that's mixing, engineering,
the whole 9 yards.
Because we already know how to do like a big portion of it. You know, the portion is just like producing the song and stuff like that. So obviously, when we find people understand that the money will come, but if you come with us now, we'll get you there. We'll get us there.
Yeah. But so y'all already started too. I know during your time here, y'all done a multitude of collaborations with other students on campus. Mm-hmm. I know one for sure, I See Black Creatives with Miss Callie, the CEO. Shout out to Callie.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Callie.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of you guys' creative work, on Instagram, YouTube. So what is that like, being able to, you were still in college, but you guys are doing what you guys love, directing, producing. And we're going to get into, talking about helping our audience understand the difference between directing and producing, because I just found out myself. But
So what has that been like? How have you guys been able to manage your time, and during the production process, like what are like 3 things that helps y'all focus during all of those, balancing all of those roles?
You want me to go?
You go.
It in my mind, yes, a lot going on, but it's not, because I know how to like really like separate everything and put it what's high on my priority list in the time and what's lower. Not saying it's not a priority, but what's lower. And then once you separate that, my mind is, I work well in high stress, a whole bunch of like stuff going on, and in production. What was your question again? Because I was gonna get to it.
I asked like 3 of them. So
three what?
So what's the first one?
Like 3 questions. So
okay.
okay, so during your creative process, like what are 3 things that helps you guys like stay focused, making sure that all ends are covered on directing and producing side?
You have to be attention to detail type of person. You know, can't half-ass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really it's a tedious process, but you really just have to. Like, there's really no 3 steps, honestly. It's really traits that you have to have to be able to thrive well. Because you go over there lollygag and not really halfway doing it, you're not going to get the best results possible. And if you're not going to get the best results possible, you're not going to get attention, funding, whatever it may be, stuff like that. So you really just have to make sure, and you make sure you got to really love it too. Because if you love it, it doesn't seem like a chore. It's just something you're doing. It's a lifestyle at that point. It's not, oh, I'm a producer, I'm directing. No, this is what I do. You know, it's my lifestyle. So it becomes you.
I like that. And so I heard perseverance, I heard passion, I heard hard work and attention to detail.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what would you say that one may need to balance all of it?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
Like when we was working on the last thing we worked on during spring break, there only need to be a certain amount of people that need to have patience. Because some people are gonna like, you know, be like, what are we supposed to do? What are we gonna do? Because we ran into situations where it was like that, and you know, patience was like, okay, let's figure this out. If we try to do this and that, the first thing somebody's gonna think of is let's just scratch it all. But you don't like scratching things that I already took a lot of time to work on. So, patience.
Yeah, and I'm learning that too, y'all. Even with this podcast, I lost all my episodes on my hard drive the other day, and y'all, I did cry. I never thought I would cry over material until I lost all of my episodes. And you know, I had to reach a point where I'm like, okay, D, you gonna sit here and keep crying, or you gonna start over? Like, what's up? I mean, it's just at this point, you gotta, if this is something you really want to do, you gotta bounce back. Like, don't just stop because your episode's gone. What that mean? You know, just try.
And you know, like situations like that, I always like to say, it's a blessing in every lesson. You know, so as long as you don't make that same mistake twice, you know what to do moving forward. Because it will be a time where a situation may come where you may accidentally lose something or whatever it is, the hump that you came over is going to come again. So you have the opportunity to correct your mistakes. So, but it's okay to make them, but just try not to make them twice. Right.
And trust me, I ain't gonna never run into that again. I need to make sure I got 2 cameras, 2 SD cards, 2 hard drives, you know.
I got about 20 SD cards.
Yeah. No, I believe.
Nah, he's not lying.
I believe.
I got about 20 SD cards. I mean, I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna at least try to have, like, to be honest, like 50. Because we got, between the both of us, we got like, 6 cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Wow.
Yeah, about 6 cameras. Most of them been out.
Resources.
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 Like out of, and most of my stuff's been out of pocket.
Yes,
I spent over $2,000 on camera equipment alone. So
Wow. I had a conversation with my friend the other day about music, and I was telling him, you know, he asked me, well, what do you use to record? And I was like, I mean, I went out and I just bought equipment. I sent him the websites and everything. And he was like, oh, that costs too much. Dang, bro. Like, he's like, I got it, but I ain't trying to spend all of that on this. And I'm like, well, how you gonna get it? You know, it's not gonna fall out the sky. You gotta.
Everybody wants to be the boss, but they don't want to pay that cost.
Yeah, because it costs a lot. It do cost to be the boss.
You know what I'm saying?
The music equipment costs a lot. Like I got music equipment as well. Just get out, just be bored and want to make some music. Like have a whole like album working on just because for fun, you know, type thing. So I understand music equipment is expensive because you're most likely spending the money that we spend like on doing the films and stuff. music is a little bit more tricky. You know, trying to make that money back.
Yeah.
Like with film, it's just like, oh, you can film this? You know how to film this? Can you work on this with me? And I'll pay you $4 bucks. Music is not, unless you mixed it, it was like, I really love how you mixed it. Can you mix my stuff and I'll pay you? So other than that, but if you just doing music, somebody else mixing it for you, it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, and then 9 times out of 10, depending on, you know, how many followers, not even followers, but how many people stream your music, the producer can end up making more money than you do on your song, you know, that you paid to get it mixed and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it's just, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, what I like to preach to artists is like, when it comes to like the music industry and stuff like that, it's really just, you as an artist, you have to see yourself as, let's say you're a mic. How am I going to sell this mic to you? Oh, I have this, I have that, blah, blah, blah. You have to like kind of sell yourself as like a product. You have to market yourself. It's not really just, oh, I'll go in there and make music and post it. But how are people going to listen to it? How are they going to like you like as an artist? Like you have to go do interviews, perform, stuff like that. Make yourself seen, not just people just hearing your music. Because I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes when I listen to artist interviews and I hear what kind of person they are, then I hear their music, I kind of like them a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you really just have to promote yourself as a brand, not just always, because especially when you're trying to make money from it, like when it comes to features, where you go, events, where you pop out at, like you have to treat it like a business, because that's what it is. The music industry is a business.
And so I want to touch on that too, because I'm learning this too. Like at first, y'all, I wasn't the best person that did research. I was just the type of person, well, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it. But then I would always get disappointed because not that many people would hear my music. And so when you were talking about making yourself known, putting yourself out there, like it take work. That take work. Like you have this long nights. You got to reach out to different streaming companies. You got to figure out, do that research. It's needed. It is necessary, y'all. Especially if you're trying to do something now. If music is just a hobby and you just want to put out music, then that's fine. You know, nothing against that.
Yeah, there's nothing against that. But if you want to be
the boss, you gotta pay the price.
I always say this all the time. Life is a gamble, and if you're gambling, it's a game, right? So if the object of a game is to win, you gotta play.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there.
You don't be on the sideline until everybody else plays.
I think I said this also last time. Just have a team.
Yeah.
Get people you trust to represent you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you maybe can also be able to do it alone for a while, but it's not gonna.
Let me tell you, I've just been, maybe it's my season of learning. Well, I mean, I guess every season is a season of learning, but I've been getting like all of these revelations lately. Like, you can't do anything by yourself, especially if it's something that is God given. That y'all, I talk about God all the time. I'm sorry, I can't avoid it.
There's no need to apologize.
Right. That's true. But it's like God has been helping me to realize that anything that you have, especially a vision or a dream, and it's bigger than you, or you know that it's going to impact people, you're going to need people to bring that to pass.
It takes a village.
It does. Like, and it's like, especially that weight that comes with, you know, producing and putting films out for others. That's a heavy weight for one person to carry anyway. So yes, it is important to have a team. And speaking of team, I love the team that you guys are. Now I know you guys work with other people as well, but every time I'm around you, well, but anyway, y'all's reputation speaks for itself. So what was that like? Like, how did you guys end up doing business together? Like, what was that conversation like? Like, how did y'all decide to work together?
Really just common interests and common goals, you know. And another thing too, like when I was saying it takes a village, a dependable village too.
Yeah.
Like because I can go around, I could walk in the TV studio and be like, hey, I need actors, DPs, and people for my film. Everybody will raise their hand, but not everybody gonna show up or really make the time and put it on their priority list to actually get it done. Because I could sit here and have all of these great ideas, but if I don't actually take the time to execute it, then what is the idea worth? Just talking. You have to be dependable.
Yeah. So how do you know who's? Well, I guess it's just fantasy.
I can tell you actions.
Yeah.
You can tell me all you want. Well, that's what I've learned here in Prairieville. I've heard it all under the sun. I see what you do, and I read between the lines. Really. That's just me. I'm able to see people for who they really are by their energy. I'm an energy person and vibe type of person, but really your actions will speak for itself. I mean, you don't have to tell me anything.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, speaking of team, let's talk about Dayright for a second. So, how long have you guys been working with Dayright Productions?
Established in 2022.
Okay.
In the fall. And then the first film was Proud that we made. Actually, the first one was a little thing, but we only had 24 hours to do it for a house or whatever. What was it called?
That was before Proud?
That was before Proud. It's right before it, actually. It was called Exit. It
Show
was
was.
like literally dialogue, all that was created within 12 hours. And then
Wow.
we were filming it that night.
That's what's up.
Like
He did that by himself. I did another film by myself.
Yeah,
We had to do that in 24 hours.
His film was a lot better, though.
You think so?
For the time that we had. I think ours was complicated because he had more involvement.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, dependable. He had more involvement.
I did have a lot of heads.
We literally were working with 4 actors.
Wow.
4 actors. And 2 of
12
them,
hours.
and it was supposed to be a horror film, so yeah.
So what was that like? Like, how did you guys end up? And this was for Proud, right? Or this was for the Project with House?
This was for Project with House. It's called Exit. The film is called Exit. Like, you could tell, like, oh, he did not have time for this, but
it was your first,
I've done stuff before, but like,
but with Dayright, right?
Yeah, when Dayright was established at this point. So, yeah, it was the first thing that's under Dayright. Because at first it was Young DZ production, but I wanted to have it Dayright just in case I found somebody like Terron to join in, and then I didn't want to change the name then, so I was gonna wait till I found somebody else, but change the name already. So then,
it's business.
Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, he had a lot of heads. So I'm not saying his was any easier than mine, but when it has a lot of heads,
because it
that's
was
a lot more
it's a
expanded.
lot more personalities to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the director, producer, writer, director of photography, all of that.
Yeah.
And then everyone's coming to me saying this and that.
And you like, wait a minute, it was okay.
And then some people can come this time, some people can't come this time, some people gonna be here, some people. So then we had to change the story like as we were filming.
Mm-hmm.
So really, because normally in the film when you're recording, you already have all the wrinkles out before, like when it comes to recording time. So recording time is just okay. Everybody know their line. Boom, recite it. I'm about to get this shot, get this angle. We just get different shots and angles for the post production.
Mm-hmm.
But that we was just making it up on the fly as we was going
Yeah.
with the people I knew was gonna be there.
Yeah, it was random, but yeah, established 2022. We've been going pretty strong, pretty consistent on creating films. Ever since Proud, I took a hiatus for a little bit because it was a lot trying to get that done. Raising money and just like trying to make sure everybody's good and stuff like that. And then after that, when fall came, then me was like, yeah, we gotta get to work.
Yeah.
And at that point, well, since we had class together, we was up here a lot last semester. Audio production.
Oh yeah.
So then that's why I really got the flow of working with them even more. And then at that point, it was like, okay, I could definitely work with this person because we both think the same.
Yeah.
And even if we don't, we both respect each other's ideas. And we
respect my creativeness.
Yeah, sometimes we even put both our creativeness together and just make something with both of ours instead. But and then the film Breaking Point came after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're about to do another film called Franklin. It's gonna be a silent film.
Yeah.
In like a week or two. So
okay. So congratulations to y'all both about your upcoming film Franklin. You said it was a silent film. I'm very excited about that only because I actually enjoyed it. Now, I used to watch silent films with my granny. That's when it was like way, them old movies. But I was always interested in the music, even hearing the classical instruments and things playing in the background. And that actually helped me to in my composition when writing music. It's like you can tell when the scene intensifies and things by how the tempo or the mood of the music changes. So I like silent films. I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah, it's a love like story, silent film, just like very heartfelt the entire time. Yeah, the music's gonna be
A1.
Between me and him, the music's gonna be A1. He's gonna be the main producer and director.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my girlfriend will be acting in it. Like I said, use people around you. That's another thing. Use people around you.
Use your resources.
Yeah, because
I'm glad she's working with you. I don't want to say cute. That's amazing. I love it. Yeah.
She's very supportive of what I'm doing. Actually, she's starting to like
being
what
involved.
I'm doing and being involved. Like she's she really does represent me and him with Dayright as of now. I told her eventually when they start making money, like I will pay you, and like there'll be times she might need extra money. Like I've always helped her out with that too. Like, come with me, help me record this, I'll pay you a certain amount.
And that's how you know she love you. Fellas, let me just get y'all anytime that your lady is willing to step in and help you with your business, whether that's ideas, whether that's showing up, whether that's even, passing out waters while you out there doing your thing, that girl love you, okay? And I'm glad that you can actually see the ways that she supports you and how she helps you, because that's important. You never want to be with anybody who, oh, that's cool, your dreams, or, oh, okay, well, have fun, your dreams. Like, you want somebody to be involved. So that's what's up. Kudos to y'all. Yeah.
And then the film is gonna show. The reason why it's a silent film because I don't want everybody to see the cinematography of it all. And people, the last couple films was like, "Oh, this story was great," but nobody's really telling us like that was a good shot. So that's why I really want to be a silent film, because I don't want people to see the color grading. I want them to see the shots that he makes and stuff like that. Because, like I said, we do it together.
Yeah.
And so like. I want people to see like that how much cinematography is an art and not just something where you just pick up a camera and just record and make your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying. That's the whole point of this film.
Period. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We're gonna give the socials out later to where y'all can go back and watch Franklin when it is released. And so how have you felt about working a part of this project, and what is it that you would like to share about working on the film Franklin?
Really, he pretty much said everything, but I want to make this clear. These are his shots and his ideas. He was one who came to me with a piece of paper, draw out stick figures, how he want everything to be done. And when it comes to the location, y'all might ad-lib off of him and say, oh, this might be a good idea, but this is all him. I'm here to help him. And it's a good idea. So I'm always going to be. Wait, what were you about to say?
No. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I was about to ask. So, is this like the difference between directing and producing?
He created. He's the creator.
Okay.
But I'll be directing and producing because I'm on one behind the scenes.
Okay.
Because the producer brings it all together, brings the actors together, gets the locations together, makes sure everyone's fed, has water, they're straight, and the director pretty much just says they're looking at the shot. Because he can't look at it, he's acting. And I'll be like, me knowing the creator's vision, I'll be like, okay, I feel like you should be more like this and more like that. But knowing how we're going to do it, he's going to go back and look at it, and we're just going to make a group decision.
Yeah, this was.
And I'm not too picky. I trust his intuition. That's another thing. If you trust somebody that you're working with, stuff can go by fast. Got a lot of times when we do collab with people, which. Sometimes it is hard because sometimes we might have to teach them certain things. And they have to understand that some stuff got to move on and keep going. Like sometimes we only can do four good shots, and we got to keep going. We can't spend too much time on one scene for 2 or 3 hours, because usually one scene has at least 6-7 different shots of something happening at once.
Yeah.
Like with our the TV show that was ironic named Devaughn presented us to, when we ended up filming it, we were spending a lot of time on one scene. Like I said, this scene has a lot of different shots, so you have to keep going. So these actors, they have to already have their lines ready, stuff like that. Really, and that's what a director does. The director literally has to know beyond everything, almost that.
Yeah.
Even the camera operators know. Like you have, as a director, you have to even know that camera too as well. You have to know what is being used, monitors, batteries, everything. You have to know every single thing.
Like a director, they'll be sitting in what they call Wonderland or Wonder Island or something like that, where it's like it's not on set, but it's somewhere else when they can see all the cameras. And they'll, for example, he'll say, "Hey, for camera 2, put a 35 lens on there. Let me see what that looks like." He'll go put the lens on there. He'll see, okay, I like that. For this one, go put that lens on there. Take the shutter speed down a little bit. Let me see what that, like, that's what a director does. And the director of photography, that's what they do. They actually do it. So it takes a lot. Like, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. We just keep going.
Yeah, but it's crazy because not crazy, but I really admire that you guys can handle that. Me, I'm the type of person. Well, I'm still learning, but it's like I need just give me one thing at a time. Let me get this good, then I can move. But it sounds like directors, both and producers, have to be versatile. Like even as far as the speed, you got to be adaptable. You got to be ready to work because not everybody can if you're gonna, I'm not trying to discourage anybody's dreams, but I'm saying it's a lot of work that goes into this and focus, and vision. It's hard to bring something to life when there is no vision, and that's in the word.
And that's why we try to bring other people, like, I guess we can say collab, but try to bring them to see, like, this is a different world. This is, like, if you wanted to come on set and see how it is and work behind Terron and learn a couple things from him, you can.
Oh, really? I would love to. I do want to eventually work in film. I write, y'all. I have.
We need writers.
We do. We were actually talking to somebody, one of our classmates the other day, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Yeah, give me a little bit of time. I got you." He said, "Because I don't like to just give nothing that's not like perfect."
I said, that's literally perfect.
Yeah. But see, even then, that goes back to when we was talking about you need a team. Like, you cannot bring a vision to life by yourself. So even if you bring what you have, somebody else will be there. Oh, you know what? Why don't you? Okay, let's use this word instead. Or why don't we change the scene? What if it was this? And that's how that's the beauty of working with other people, because what you initially started out can turn into this whole yes. And even hearing y'all talk, it reminds me of me and my sisters. I lead a Bible study called Atmosphere Changers, and it's me and my two friends, Morgan and Brittany. And even this year, this was our first year in ministry, and even our mentors, they kept telling us, you guys have to learn how to not only be friends and establish a relationship in that manner, but you have to learn how to respect each other's lanes as well, because we have different teaching styles, we have different visions for things. While I know my sisters, they're heavily in deliverance and paying attention to the people that walk in, and I'm more heavily in encouraging and edifying people, right? And so at first, because we kind of ran into problems because we didn't think the same, and so our mentors helped us to understand that this is actually not a bad thing that you guys think differently. That's a plus, because y'all are able to cover different angles of the ministry, and you guys are covered. Versus you don't want everybody having the same strengths, same weaknesses, because if weakness is present.
You do that by yourself.
Yes.
Might as well do it yourself.
Exactly.
Like I like disagreements. I don't like to say argue, but I like disagreements, because like when it comes to brainstorming, we can't just all be like, oh yeah, I like that. Like I know, like Devaughn knows, like when we're on set, and I'm like, I think this shot is better. I'll go set it up, blah blah blah, and I'll be like, what you think? And then he'll be like, no, just do it, because he trusts me.
Yeah.
But then I'm just the type of guy where it's like, no, like tell me what you think. Like, come on, like if you don't like it, like tell me, so we can work with it. Because I don't want to ruin it, because I feel like, yeah, it sounds good in my head, but when you actually do it, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure not only you like it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in my head it's gonna make sense, but it might not make sense to someone else. So I want to make sure I'm not tripping.
Right. That's how I am too. And my sisters, luckily we've grown to be like that. It's like, okay, sister, you heard this from the Lord, or you got this idea, then let's go. We here, let's support you, what you need. I love it. It's beauty in that. But I'm like you too. I'm like, are y'all sure? But no, for real, because I'm trying to say, okay, this the idea I have. They're like, yes, sister, let's go. Like, and that's a wonderful thing to have, especially on the team. It's diversity and different strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Two heads is better than one.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, definitely. Adding on to that is just, don't worry about if that doesn't look good, because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, like almost everything I've made so far, I'm always like, I could be better.
Every time.
Like everybody's like, this is good, this is great. Yeah. I'm just like, and then you really put it back like, okay, this is also for the audience. I get it. There's always gonna be, there's always gonna be flaws in something that we create, because first off, we don't have $100,000 equipment and stuff like that. Not yet. Where we can actually perfect everything we want, get every single thing we want. We don't have that big of a team to where, we can worry about every single type of edit, worry about every single type of color grade. Sometimes we're gonna be off on the color grade. It's just how it is.
And you guys are still growing and learning. And one thing that I've also been learning in this season of my life is to brace yourself. like, grace yourself. Literally, you're doing the best that you can, and you know that with what you have. Like, and you guys are utilizing your resources. You guys are utilizing the equipment that y'all have. Like, y'all are bringing these visions that you guys have to life. So even if things don't always turn out, you know, as grand or as big as you envision in your head, there was still like blessings in each step of that process. Like, even the fact that you guys have access to this equipment, that's a blessing. That's something to be like, okay, God, thank you for this. You know, it may not have, you know, came out the way that I wanted, or I see next time moving forward how I can do better, but thank you for what I've been able to do so far. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because, like, I don't know what it is, but there's like this battle going on, like, mentally with people, and them showing themselves grace. And it's like, we're not created to just be discouraged on this walk in what we're doing. Like, it's okay to grace yourself and have fun in the process, even in the mistakes, even in the, you know, once again, things are not turning out the way that you want, because eventually they will. Like, this is just for right now. And like you said earlier, Terron, there's a blessing in every lesson. Yeah. So even just grace yourself.
And now that we're on this topic, you kind of sparked something in me. Like, I preach to people. It's just like, my new biggest fear now is unfulfilled potential. Like, I know what I can be capable of, but it's like, one day at a time. It's one day at a time. But when you were saying, like, you have to be in those moments to be thankful, because you got to realize, like, there's other people in the world, like in Palestine, that are living a different type of life.
Fearing for their life.
Yeah. And we're sitting here having these problems. So it puts you in perspective, like, okay, I'm very lucky not only to be alive on this world, but I'm lucky to be here and have these opportunities. So why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
Why am I sitting up here tripping, saying, man, I need this, man, I need that? And it's like, coming back to suicide, because, you know, I had a family friend who committed suicide. And it's just like, man, you got to keep going. You know, like, the only way that you know for sure if you're not going to get there to that destination is if you stop.
Yeah, that's it.
You just got to keep going, because one day it's all going to pay off. It may not be what you see right now in your head, but it's going to all pay off. Only way to know for sure if you don't make it is if you stop.
Right. And it's also good to have people in your life to keep you encouraged, because once again, ain't nothing meant for you to deal with alone. Like, once again, there are seasons where God will may seclude you with people so you can learn how to grow, but even He is still with you. You gotta tap in with Him. But even in those times, like, where you feel like stopping, like you said, you please don't give up on yourself, especially if you have a vision or something you're working towards. It's obviously possible to happen because you see it. Like, you already see it. You may not be there where that vision is or in that location, but the fact that you even dream is evidence that it can happen. And it ain't gonna be easy all the time, you know. But I think that's also what separates those who really want it for real. Like, you really have to gauge, is what I'm working, is this what I want to do? And if you're working towards something that you don't want to do, find something else to do, you know. But just please do not give
Make sure you love it, man.
Yes.
That's what we're loving creatures. You know, we're meant to love and care for each other, not all this killing and hurting each other.
Right.
Like,
or cutting people off, and I ain't got no friends. That's not good.
What J. Cole said, it is beauty in the struggle.
Yeah, and it is.
It really is. Like, it's all about your perspective. How do you choose to see it? Did I see it as, oh, financial aid didn't give me this much money, I can't come to school this semester? Or do you want to see it as, okay, I'm not going to be able to go to school semester, but I have time to do this and that, and I can plan. I have resources with stuff I was here with. That's a whole different mindset.
Or is it, I still got time, let me go get this money?
people panic under pressure. And
pressure make diamonds. Or it's going to break.
I think that was probably like my greatest strength. And like I said, like I tell people, I've seen from my father, was every time it would be something that like wouldn't go exactly as it's supposed to go, he's already thinking, how can I fix it, or what can replace this? I started to develop that myself. You know, like I said, there's a lot of times with like my girl, like she'd be like, oh, all this happening, like what we gonna do with that? It's like, just calm down.
Let's breathe first.
Take a moment.
She's like, how are you not irritated? How are you not, like, how are you calmer? It's like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm trying to see like what we can do. And she'd be like, so what do you think? I was like, figure it out. Because, you know, stress kills, and you also have to realize there's always going to be a different solution to something.
You don't see clear with a clouded mind.
You don't.
You don't.
You can't think clear. You can't do nothing clear with a clouded mind, actually.
I'm quick to say mental health day.
No, for real. And it's like, y'all, I've been there. Like, I don't even want to make it seem like I ain't. I'm saying this because I can relate, and I have this understanding now. And especially like for those who, you know, everybody walking life is different, but for those who done been through some stuff, I know how it is to wake up every day. You feel the pressure, all of that stuff. But once again, like, you have to keep going, and you don't be by yourself. Don't seclude yourself.
Okay.
The team is you need a team with everything. You need friends, you need business partners, you need mentors. Like, that's important.
So, like, speaking of like expanding like a team, I don't know if you allow me to ask her this, but like, did you want to be
a writer?
Not exactly a writer, but part of 360 production that we're trying to develop.
Yeah. You know what? And the reason why I'm saying yes,
women artists only producing their music.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of women, they always go to like a lot of men producers. There's not very many women producers. You know, that would be great for you. That'd be great business for you, but also just overall great for those women and yourself as well. Again, so
I would be willing, because I have a heart for this. This is an answered prayer, and I feel it. And yes.
Yeah, and you know, I'm trying to raise money right now because for another film, so that money can also go into the 360 production, and we can provide you stuff. Just as the same thing that we provide each other stuff. So yeah. So it's up there on the table. I said it on here so everybody here that I offered you that, and if you don't take it, that's fine. I understand.
I already said yes. I do. I'm the type of person though. I need to know what's expected of me to make sure that I ain't done that. Don't out here. Don't be like, yeah, let's do this, and then be like, oh, she didn't do this, do this, da da da. Tell me what you expect. Okay, period.
We just want to expand on like, you know, doing business, and you know, I know it's stressful to like have a regular job. I'm trying to get to the point where people can work and do this and make their money in this. Don't have to get a regular job while they're in college, at least.
Well, when do I start?
We start today.
Period. I just got a job on camera. I know that's right. God is good. As long as you're supposed to be.
Like, we're gonna oversee, but it's up to you how you want the direction to go.
This is hilarious.
I'm always down to work with other people. I would never say no.
Yeah, I mean, and he seemed like he trusts you, so that's why I say I didn't know if you want me to ask you this or not.
Because you know things that I don't know and Devaughn don't know, so why would I say no to that?
And vice versa. Exactly. Why would I say no? You're like,
you can definitely be on set for Franklin. Okay. You definitely be there. It's probably too late to like. I'm sorry, I just had a major deja vu, but
Dilly, this is God. That's how I was trying to think.
And I said, man, you know, in the what you call it, the Matrix movie with what's his name?
I only remember the part when he was doing like that though.
That's all you need to know.
Okay, period.
So you know about the Matrix. And I remember they were saying in there, like, when you have like deja vu, like it's a glitch in the Matrix, like something just changed. Like, I don't know if that's a theory or what it is.
I remember having a dream like this exact moment. Like,
it's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Deja vu is just, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. I'm telling you, bro. Like, we're not using our full brain. We don't know what we're fully capable of.
I think
all of us don't know we're fully capable of.
I feel like humans really do have superpowers.
I'm serious.
Don't quote me on that, but yeah.
Like, our brain is like our highest, because we're not physically strong like these other animals, are like fast like cheetahs. But we have a brain. That's why we have a society, and we're able to make capital and money.
And we're able to give jobs.
And that's why we're at the top of the food chain.
We can discuss the whole thing off of this.
Cool. I'm gonna put the cheering. At the end of every episode, I always like to ask a word of advice to give the audience. Anything that you think would encourage, you know, people to accomplish their dreams, because this is Dream on Air.
For me, is just work with people that respect you, respect your time.
Period.
Your perception is your reality.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, and keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Well, there y'all have it. Once again, I need y'all to give it up for my awesome guest of so good. Oh, God is so good. Anyway, until next time, I want to wish y'all well. Please stay blessed. Don't be stressed. Stay out of that mess, and everything gonna be all right. Till next time, holla, bye y'all.